SARS-CoV-2, the virus that sparked the pandemic, which has changed so much in our world, will be the subject of research for decades to come. There are many questions yet to be answered, including exactly where did SARS-CoV-2 originate? Elaine Dewar is a journalist and the author of On the Origin of the Deadliest Pandemic in 100 Years. Elaine, thank you for joining us.
My pleasure.
Everything about this virus was once new and unexplained, but how strange does it seem to you that we still are not 100% certain that this virus originated in nature and not from a leak at the Wuhan Institute of Virology?
Well, it's not that strange because China has moved heaven and earth to avoid anybody coming in and actually investigating the two probable labs from which it may have leaked. The WHO tried for almost a year to get a group of scientists into China to do a proper inquiry, and it ended up being a kind of joint study that went nowhere.
You believe it was a leak from a lab?
I believe that's the most probable explanation. No one has proof, but certainly there is literally no physical evidence that SARS-CoV-2 started in a particular animal in a particular place. And there is a lot of evidence that suggests it may have arisen from a lab accident in Wuhan, literally in the Wuhan Institute of Virology or its neighboring institution, the Wuhan CDC.
Now, there was once a conspiracy theory that tied the National Microbiology Lab here in Winnipeg to the origin of the virus. Now, that has been discredited, has it not?
Yeah, and I did an access to information application to actually open or close the door on that. What I asked was, has there ever been a coronavirus shipped from Winnipeg to China or vice versa? Show me any documents you have, and the federal government had no documents to show.
There are still, however, questions surrounding the relationship of two scientists who had high-level clearance at the lab here in Winnipeg and the Chinese government. Those scientists were, of course, fired back in 2019. Our own Karen Pauls has done a lot of reporting on it. So have other journalists, including yourself. What is the overarching concern or question that you want answered concerning that relationship?
Just to correct you, they weren't fired in 2019. They were removed, their secret clearances withdrawn. They were fired in January 2021. And the concern is, what on earth was going on that a major general in the People's Liberation Army of China was doing two major research projects with Shangyu Q, and also how did it work that that relationship continued after the security clearances were withdrawn? It just, someone needs to answer that question.
I know you've done your very best in the intense research to form this book. I look forward to completing my reading of the 400 pages. Elaine Dewar, thank you so much for joining us today.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.